It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. This feeling inside. And when you wake up ready to say, I always don't know what the next line is for that. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Hello. Hey, girl. Hey. Rainbow. Hey, girl. Hey. I was doing some research and I end up getting like, going down a rabbit hole when I'm doing like research. And I don't mean on people or anything. Just like, oh, thank you, Rainbow. Just like, something, you could be talking about randomly and then, with Google, it's kind of like having a library at your fingertips. It kind of, really kind of is. And so much so that it's a little overwhelming in a bit, because we were talking about Detroit and uh, what it was before it was Detroit. And it was Fort Port Chartrain, something like that. It is Rainbow. And so I was researching it. And so this guy, this French guy with the last name Cadillac, in like 17 something, uh, I mean, I get it that we've all learned this history of that, oh, the Pilgrims and Christopher Columbus and Plymouth Rock and all that. Hi, Nobius. But the French were, they stepped into Canada and were really coming through. So this guy with the last name Cadillac, and then there's another one, Pontiac. And I think to myself, wow, that's kind of messed up that they're naming cars after these battles and these people who actually had come and slaughtered the Indians that were living there. And there's cars named after them and stuff. And I think, wow, they got slaps in the face everywhere for a lot of different, ethnicity and races. And I mean, like, I really don't think that, you know, oh, I just think that it was terrible. So, hi, Mandy. So I start going down a rabbit hole with this, right? Because a lot of them were also the problem was these Jesuit missionaries. Jesuit, am I saying it right? Yeah, but he wiped out Indians. Like before Detroit was Detroit, and the British were fighting for the Indians. They didn't want, they didn't want to take over the Indians. Like they didn't want to, the French, so, like help who defeat the British. I mean, the French, like the French had already been. That was the whole Louisiana Purchase. After that shit, that's why they got it. Because what was it, land past the Mississippi or something? Because that was for the Indian. The Treaty of 1763 was supposed to be protecting, you know, that land for the Indians, and you know, but mind you, what really was interesting to me was these Jesuits, and a lot of it, like as you're going back to history, you get to like the 1500, and they're all like these the Reformation, is that it? The Reformation? Like, whoa. I mean, no offense to the Catholics. I'm no offense to the Catholics. I'm just saying, brutal. Well, I think really was like, here's the French coming in on one, side of the continent. And I mean, look at when they dumped the tea, they dressed like Indians, to stir up hatred for the Indians. Britain has always fought like a gentleman's war. You know what I'm saying? They fight a gentleman's war. They would do things like cut off the trigger finger of people, as opposed to, I mean, in my opinion, that don't sound like too bad of an idea. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But so it made me think to myself, what was the Bible like before the 1500s? I feel like what changed, something happened there, and I think what happened was it the printing press? I mean, so that basically everything that is being, people are reading, it's questionable. I don't know if this is a boring topic for you guys, but to me, I find it really interesting. Chicken winner. I go down rabbit holes, and I was down a rabbit hole with this whole, when I started looking into Detroit and what it was before it was Detroit. And I got caught up in it, you know? So I wanted to know, like, how the Bible that we have today, old and new, came about, and what it was before the 15th century. Like, you know, so it says the story of how we got the English language Bible is, for the most part, the story of the Protestant Reformation. Because I was looking up those Jesuits, the missionaries that were coming, and they were it was brutal. The Protestant Reformation, which began in the late 14th century AD with John Wycliffe. Indeed, if we go back more than just 1,000 years, there is no language recognizable as English that even existed anywhere. The story of the Bible is much older than that, however. The first recorded instance of God's word being written down was when the Lord himself wrote it down in the form of the Ten Commandments on the stone tablets delivered to Moses at the top of Mount Sinai. Biblical scholars believe this occurred between 1400 BC and 1500 BC, almost 3,500 years ago. Now that's pretty amazing, in my opinion. Like maybe sitting there, you know, with a hammer and stone, the man on the mountain or something. I don't know. The language used was almost certainly an ancient form of Hebrew, the language of Old Covenant believers. The earliest scripture is generally considered to be, now I don't know how to say this. Okay. Pentateuch. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The first 5 books of the Moses, Genesis, of the Moses. Okay. Genesis, Exodus, you know, I don't know. Though there is some scholarly evidence to indicate that the, sorry if this is boring you guys. Okay. Though there is some scholarly evidence to indicate that the Old Testament book of Job may actually be the oldest book in the Bible. The Old Testament scriptures were written in ancient Hebrew, a language substantially different than the Hebrew of today. These writings, now see, I have heard that it's not substantially different than the Hebrew of today. I heard that it's still the same. Who wrote the book of life? Who didn't? These writings were passed down from generation to generation for thousands of years on scrolls made of animal skin, usually sheep, but sometimes deer or cow. Animals considered unclean by the Jews, such as pigs, were of course never used to make scrolls. Somebody tell me how to pronounce Pentateuch. Come on, you guys. Pentateuch. Mhm. There is no book of love. When the entire Pentateuch, whatever, is present on a scroll, it's called a Torah. An entire Torah scroll, if completely unraveled, is over 150 feet long. Wow. So get this. As most sheep are only about 2 to 3 feet long, It took an entire flock of sheep to make just one Torah scroll. Wow, that's interesting to me. I'm sorry, I just find that interesting. Ever. I don't think they still use sheepskin for it because that would be mean. No, I'm saying, don't you guys think that's crazy? The Jewish scribes who painstakingly produced each scroll were perfectionists. Yes, it's history. Yeah. Man, I do like history. I can't help it. I think I would like to go back to school and become a history professor or something because I really get into history. I do. The Jewish scribes who painstakingly produced each scroll were perfectionists. Sorry. If they made even the slightest mistake in copying. Now, isn't that still a part of like a bar mitzvah, don't they? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. No BS. Yeah. And that includes the Bible. Yep. If they made even the slightest mistake in copying, such as allowing two letters of a word to touch, they destroyed that entire panel, the last three or four columns of text, and the panel before it, because it had touched the panel with a mistake. While most Christians today would consider this behavior fanatical and even idolatrous, I don't believe so. Worshipping the scripture rather than the one who gave it to us. Wow, see, that's such a contradiction. It nevertheless demonstrates the level of faithfulness to accuracy applied to the preservation of God's word throughout the first couple of thousand years of biblical transmission. See, and that's where the problem lay, was lost in translation. After a certain time in history. Yeah, they are. No, yes, absolutely. Hebrew has one thing in common with English. They are both picture languages. Their words form a clear picture in your mind. As evidence of this, the first man to ever print the scriptures in English, William Tyndale, once commented that Hebrew was 10 times easier to translate into English than any other language. No, I know, but I usually will research if I'm looking for a certain like topic, I'll read many and I'll go back in like papers that people put on history, like their written piece. I mean, I'll go down a rabbit hole and come to the conclusion that seems the most, eh, you know, you know what I'm saying. Uh, so their words form a clear picture in your mind. Oh, okay, here we go. But this is like basically not history right here. This is basic facts because they're just trying to say like, okay, so this the It was written on scrolls. They were made out of sheep. Sheep are only this. You know what I mean? Like Hebrew is easier to translate into English than any other language. So this right here is based upon, so far, it seems, things that are obvious and factual that I didn't know. Did you know that it would take a whole flock of sheep to write the Torah? You know, cute and dry. Is that what she said? Cute and dry. She did say cute and dry. Cute and dry. That's funny. So okay, so 10 times easier to translate than English. Tyndale would certainly be qualified to make such a statement, as he was so fluent in 8 languages that it was said you would have thought any one of them to be his native tongue. By approximately 500 BC, the 39 books that make up the Old Testament were completed and continued to be preserved in Hebrew on scrolls. Wow, that's pretty amazing, in my opinion. Right, chicken winner. And that's like, I mean, when people say, oh, I treat people as I would like to be treated, well, some people like to be, tied up and hog tied and ball gagged and shit. Fucking, they come around and uh, start hog tying and ball gagging you. Say, what? I'm just treating you like I'd like to be treated. So that kind of phrase, I'm not saying you said it. I'm not saying you said that phrase. Yeah, I'm saying, and plus I do want to thank you. I was listening to Janelle's live stream from earlier, just a little bit. I skimmed through it, and she said, "Oh, Chicken Winner's got to point out the fact where I said this community would be so much better if the two S's were gone." And no, I didn't mean Swiss. Well, I believe that Chicken Winner was, making a joke. We all knew what two S's you meant, but just like you were saying, Swiss always has my back. Well, that's an example of somebody having your back, and how you know there are better people than others. No BS. Absolutely, there are. And it's kind of ingrained in people sometimes, and some people you just can't bring yourself to do something, or is you gotta do, because that's not how wars are won, and everything that we look at always comes down to some kind of a fucking war, somebody trying to impose, brutally their belief on people in brutal ways, you know. So where am I? So the 39 books that make up the Old Testament were completed and continue to be preserved in Hebrew on scrolls. So that's like a history book. As we approach the last few centuries before Christ, the Jewish historical books known as the Apocrypha were completed, yet they were recorded in Greek rather than Hebrew. That's true, Chicken Winner. That is true. But some people's anger is justified. Like I would say Charles Bronson, he was totally justified in Death Wish, and Sandra Locke in Sudden Impact, you know? Uh, you know, eventually somebody keeps fucking around and they're gonna find out. I don't see it as hell on earth. I don't see it as that way. I see it as, there are a handful of people with 100 sock accounts each that have nothing better to do than write fucking reports and, thumbs down people's shit or whatever the fuck they do. Um, and write checkmate biatch. Like, who is she? Who is she like playing, chess with? Or should I say chess? And she says, told you Christine F isn't a broke bitch. Well, okay, good for you, prostitute. Just saying. Like, wouldn't that make Christine your Irv? I think so. To them, yeah, to them. It's educational. It's educational to me. Like, I like to do things like, just, I like history and learning and stuff. I mean, I would never even think to write checkmate, biatch. Like, what is she winning? Yeah, what is she winning? I mean, but I myself, on the flip side, I think you know what? What they don't realize is the winner is the person who realizes that, wow, I must really have, something inside of me that these demonic minions, yeah, but at the end of the day, they kind of make me feel good about myself and all of us. Like, really, if you think about it, none of us are really innocent, but as when it comes to acting like normal human beings, yeah, we got that down, you know? And this isn't their playground. This isn't the devil's playground. This is where we live. Yeah, well, I don't give a fuck about that chicken winner. Because at the end of the day, I've heard so many of them sitting there. I mean, if somebody's my friend and they're having a hard day and they're venting, that's one thing. But somebody trying to destroy somebody's life, fuck that. That's bad behavior. Through and through. We see somebody, two people at least, or three, if not more, sitting there acting like they're, I don't know, in some kind of way righteous. And they're not. They're not righteous whatsoever. And I'm not saying I'm righteous or anything, but I do believe in science and that there's a lot more behind the, Bible and life and everything. This is not the devil's playground. This is God's masterpiece, and I'm one of them. And they must see something in people that they want to try to destroy. that terror, it terrifies them. It must. Listening to Bob is a, you won't see me, but I'll be there. How much do you protect your daughter? Who the fuck would ever say that in someone's face? Especially someone who cannot move or be slick about. I mean, who does that? And then they're gonna run around and go, beautiful, beautiful, so beautiful, beautiful. Like, I mean, shut the fuck up. They got all the time in the world to fucking try to make people, you know, feel a certain kind of way. You better have better things to, I don't know, put in juxtaposition to who we are to make us feel bad about ourselves. Because I'm pretty secure and I know that they don't fucking dictate to me. When they go to beautiful Munchie, well, all I gotta say is it's a bad camera flip, but I guess if you want to call me beautiful, because there's nothing beautiful about Munchie, whomever the fuck that thing is. Now that's a thing. I don't know what gender. Exactly, chicken winner. Right. And we're all supposed to, that's supposed to be, you know, like we're her punching bag or something, right? Uh, and then you fucking woke up. Yeah, hooked on this, drinking that, doing this, doing that stuff she's done in her life. So she's always been that way. But you got Izzy and Luna and people running around going, she's SG's always been this way. SG's a stain on society. Go suck a dick. Then you got people who say to me, yeah, but SG, you know, you are vile. You tell people go suck a dick. Yeah, and yeah, I don't care if they really go suck a dick or not. Uh, I don't really, at this point, for Janelle to go, oh, this community would be so much better if SV and well, the two S's were gone. I mean, shut your fucking mouth. You see your friend on her live stream the other night, fucking out of it completely. Now, if we wanted to be dicks, we'd have screenshots of it. We'd be being assholes about it, you know. But no, we're not because it was pretty predictable and pretty apparent that nah. You got me and I know for a fact that both me and OBS have talked about like going out to eat and affording stuff, and we don't really get to go out to eat much, right? I've been made fun of about pizza, and then you got Courtney and Janelle. Sorry, excuse me for saying this, but not sober, okay? Not paying child support. Like, I mean, yeah, I've never said Janelle's channel. I said, in fact, I said Janelle, you appear to be getting, but you know what? Go fuck yourself, man. Like, go fuck yourself. I've been tolerant to people. It doesn't mean that I like them or ever forget. When Mary, and no offense, Mary, but when Mary comes in here, Don't think that I ever forget all the shit that she would be saying about me. But coming from a background of customer service, not that page of customer service, but I know how to be polite and cordial to a point. Then it comes a time when I'm just like, you know what, I'm really interested in knowing why these, because, I hear somebody say, I just know that I go by the word of God. Well, that Bible's been changed quite a bit. Oh, I'll check what the fuck Munchie's doing and notice how fucking that bitch is lame as fuck, man. Lame as shit. Munchie, you're fucking lame. All you're wrong. You're a fucking lame ass fuck. First of all, yeah, you're a fucking fake ass fuck, man. You're somebody who would never say the shit you say in front of people's faces. Fucking never. With no life. And you act like you got a life because you're fucking like, yeah, man, no matter how much perfume these fuckers put on. Right. Did you let her up on the panel? The only reason why I would say drop the link would be because I'd want to hear who the fucking voice is. Well, of course they'd use a voice changer. Know why? Because they're a pussy. I don't know. What was the name of the? Oh, Divine, right? Divine. They were in Hairspray and shit. They're pretty like overweight. Um, whatever. Yeah. No, no, no. You were blacking the shit out of Munchie in your one prior to that. Anyway, back to this. Maybe this morning around 3 a.m. What's that mean? Oh, what, in the poker channel? Yeah, that's some bullshit. To take history and then, Yeah, it kind of sounds like problems to me too. I mean, Munchie, Munchie's a fucking weirdo, fucking psycho bitch, or psycho whatever. Who fucking knows what it is? Anybody should be. I mean, shut the fuck up over there. Yeah, I don't know what I said there. Munchie got blocked from where? Oh no, Rainbow got blocked from your channel? Rainbow Doodlebug, are you still here? Did you say Munchie is nice? I mean, I don't care if you did or didn't. I'm sure you were on something. I mean, I don't think they like Munchie. I don't know who Rainbow Doodlebug is, so I don't mind them. And I think Munchie is a fucking weirdo. Never loses. Of course she loses. First of all, she pretends to be younger than us, right? Okay. But has to have collagen, butt lifts, and shit like that. Okay. Shows these nasty ass thrift store items. And then you get that fucking Crystal Love with her ostentatious fucking skank self. They're losers. Yeah, exactly, Novias. Absolutely. Well, not here. Rainbow Doodlebug can come here. So Munchie loses in the end because how many years will Munchie spend pretending they're a badass, but they would never say what they say in somebody's face? So if they ever got, and who knows, perhaps they have been found out who they are, and all of a sudden one day that person's there, that shit's gonna be funny as shit. Or maybe they'll be arrested. Who knows? But at the end of the day, Munchie's fucking lame as shit, wasting their own time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's some bunk ass way to spend their time. Yeah, she loses every day. Every fucking minute that bitch spends being so ashamed of herself and her own actions that she can't even show herself if she wanted to. She's lost her whole identity. I've seen Munchie say she wants to not be Munchie anymore, but people like her so much. Oh, yeah, they do. Sure thing. Okay, well, blowing smoke up my ass. I guess. I think it's a bad camera flip, but if Melissa thinks I look beautiful, whatever. But every single, like, for Amy to undermine her own joy of being on vacation by writing checkmate biatches, that's so mental. Who the fuck are you playing chess with? Or see, you came out like that out the gate, chicken winner. You did with Jesse Hope and that guy Izzy, and You did. You came out the gate like that. See, I don't. Yeah, exactly. You won't see me, but I'll be there. How much do you love your dad? Who the fuck says that shit? So anyhow, now that's gotta be in a video. You gotta make a video about that one. That's just funny. So a few centuries before Christ, okay, the Apocrypha were completed. Who's scamming? Oh, you're talking about that guy. Yeah, I don't know that guy, but it turned out you seem to be kind of right on that one there, and Mosaic. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying you were wrong, but I wasn't watching the same things as you. I think you were watching Maddie or something, right? I don't even know. I don't even know, or the Jessica stuff you're watching there. Turned out you were right, and I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I feel like you've been right on a lot of things, except like me. What does get it right have for hi? What's the red hand? And me, oh, she talked about you. With Jesse Hope's been like that though. She goes back and forth, but the bitch is really like that. I've had conversation with Jesse Hope on the telephone where we were dying laughing in tears, and not about YouTube or nothing, like just had tears rolling down our face laughing, and then stabbed me the next day. You know what I mean? Not stabbing. Well, I don't know. I think you and I are best to just remain friends because, yes, we both can sling off at the lips. Plus, united we stand, divided we fall. And I told you that incantations here and there is a bitch. Well, I don't know about he. Who's he? He who? Whatever, shoddy. Yeah, I don't know that person, but I know the other one. Izzy, Izzy. What kind of fucking community has two people? Izzy. Ugh, disgusting. Hagatha Crusty. She wants to talk about her fucking cancer. Who the fuck does she fucking think her fucking cancer? Fuck cancer, cancer. Fucking bitch. Kissing at herself in the fucking mirror. You know what I hate? I hate that I can't do the Australian accent. Nobody's ever called me that, Novia. I think it's because I'm African American and short and Southern. Because we all know I have an afro down there. No, I know, Novia. I didn't just forget. What is wrong with Get It Right? Nobody else. Can you check out Get It Right? Like, what kind of emojis are those? Blueberry? Hey, I gave a homeless guy two blueberry, not blueberry, by the way. Zippered penis. I was kidding. I was kidding. I don't really. I was joking around. Happy whale. Is there such a thing? I mean, there's 74 left in the world. What's their avatar? Keep you on A what? A. You guys are throwing me off my history lesson. Just kidding. Greek, I said. It was when it was completed, it was recorded in Greek rather than Hebrew. But I'm pretty sure that there was still scrolls, right? In fact, isn't that what Jesus like? Didn't he unroll the scroll, like release the Kraken? Yeah. I got through one page of my studying. Thrown off totally. You guys know what Bible means? Huh? The word? Do you? Huh? Huh? Papyrus. How's that? Crap. I don't know if I even believe that. This is the papyrus. More similar to modern books. It's made from, okay, but we all know that now it's just made from paper. They're not, you know, flattening stalks of reed. Really? I mean, don't believe anything, you're better off. I make my own stuff. These groupings of papyrus were called a codex, not a codex. The oldest copies of the New Testament. Oh, because by the end of the first century AD, the New Testament had been completed. It was preserved in Greek on papyrus. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Greece, nowadays, weren't they like almost bankrupt? Okay. And yet back then, by the end of first century AD, the New Testament had been completed. It was preserved in Greek. So, did the Romans speak Latin, Italian, or Greek? I was curious. Good, just don't care. So it says originally Greek, Pig Latin. Mm. I know how to say, forget that. I don't know how to say anything in Pig Latin. Oh, now here, this is very interesting. My Black Panther party. I'm not having a Black Panther party. You guys don't even think this is interesting. And I'm just ready to start doing commentary on old shit because you guys are forcing my hand. Forcing my hand. Fine. What do you guys want? Trivia? All right. Each one of your best subjects. Come on. It's a challenge between No BS and Chicken Winner. They each get to pick two of their best subjects. Come on. Or I'll do it. I'll do it. Get the fuck out, geography. That's not one of my best subjects. That's not one of your best subjects. Somewhere down over there. Not true. It has to be like normal stuff. Okay. What did the ancient Romans, speaking of Romans, what did the ancient Romans use as mouthwash? Oh, piss is correct. Pretty gross, right? Explains a lot. No BS. First on the board. All right. So the first one to get you 10 points. Okay. First one to get to 10. Make sure if you use talk to text, make sure that the red line is all the way to the end and you're in all chat. Okay. What does a turophile love? Turophile. What does a turophile love? Nope, not white one. Not turds. You guys could look it up too if you want to learn that way. I could give you like multiple choice for this one if you'd like. Ooh, chicken winner got it with cheese. Look at chicken winner. Woohoo! That's right. It's a tie. Okay. 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 Here we go. You guys ready? Next question. A challenge again. In the Pac-Man video game, what is the name of the pink ghost? In the Pac-Man video game, what is the name of the pink ghost? Chicken winner takes the lead with Pinky. Guys ready? Still with me? It's your chat. I like this too. What group sang Rock the Casbah? Ooh, no BS brings it to a tie. In what month are the most ice cream cones sold in the US? August is correct. No BS takes the lead. Is your competitor still with us? Chicken winner, are you still with us? All right, guys, ready for the next question? First and last name of the lead singer of Motley Crue. Brett Michaels was poisoned. Come on now. Get the heck out of town. Oh my god, you guys. Oh, thank God. Chicken winner puts it to a tie again. Okay. What vegetable was originally purple? Ooh, no BS with carrot. What does the J stand for in Donald J. Trump? Ooh, no BS got it with John. What do you call a group of flamingos? Close, close, very close, no BS. You guys can look it up. A group of flamingos. Chicken winner. What song? Okay, first of all, what role, TV role, was Desi Arnaz most known for? First and last name. No BS. What was Ricky Ricardo's signature song? Chicken winner. Ooh, this is a close one. Chicken winner has 5 and no BS has 6. What was Fred and Ethel's last name? Chicken winner brings it to a tie. You guys ready? The first hockey pucks used in early outdoor hockey games were made of what? Nope, not gold, not horse crap. Hi, Day Day. No, they're tied. Well, what kind of crap? Buster crap. Come on, you guys. Cow dung. Yes, cow dung is correct. Chicken winner takes the lead. Okay. In California, you can't legally buy a mousetrap without having what? No. You said that before. To see if you remember the answers and testing your memory so you don't have dementia. This is exercise. Come on, but you don't know the answer? Come on, you guys. What's DLL? In California, you can't legally buy a mousetrap without having what? No. Oh my God, it's a hunting license. You guys. What do you get if you mix yellow and blue? Blue and yellow. What do you get if you mix blue and yellow? If you combine blue and yellow, what do you get? No, it is not green. It is blello is the answer. What do you mean I'm incorrect? Fine, they don't need a from the incorrect station. Evidently. Can you guys look it up? Can't you guys look it up? I mean, if you're looking up that other answer, can't you just look it up? And let us all know? No, it's Blello. What's going on here? Listen, no, in your home, you just can't buy it. I'm saying it doesn't matter. It's a hunting license. You have to get either a very little rifle or a mouse trap. I wonder if a cat has to get a hunting license. What do they think you're gonna do with the mice? I mean, like, it's not like a hunting license. They're just looking for money. I bet you have to pay it. I bet you have to pay money for it. They're just looking for money. California scamming on hunting licenses for mice. Mountain mice. No, Day Day. It's if you combine blue and yellow, it's blello. That's not trivia. It's a fact. Blello. Trapping mice for profit. Oh, an exterminator. He is behind in the audio. Can anybody tell me uh what the meaning of the movie Ben was? The one, Michael Jackson had the song, then the two of us must make a pact. He's gonna bring salvation back with Ben. I never saw the movie. Yeah, can somebody explain it, please? Nobody else. I never saw the movie. I feel like I wouldn't like it, but I do know that the song was really. I mean, I do know the song, so it is kind of strange. I mean, if he was, did Ben die or did they multiply? That's disgusting. Who was Ben? Ben was the kid? Oh, I thought Ben was a rat. I feel like, so wait a minute. So the other rats protected Ben from what kind of bullies? Get the hell out of town. Is this fake right now? Head rat. No, I don't care about it being a song. I want to know why a love song was made about a rat. I need to know about. They didn't do that for Flowers for Algernon. Stop it. We had rats, not here in the US. English rats. They be all like, "Good day, mate." Nope, those are the Australian ones. I'm sorry. And they're known as capybaras because they wear caps, but they are bare ass. For future trivia knowledge. See? Yes, but can you tell me what you're finding out, chicken winner, please? I want to know. Please, Data, you fucking know what Ben was about. Give it a rest over there. Being a big fucking Michael Jackson fan that you are. I saw that picture where you had one glove on. Stop it. You were all like, beat it. Beat it. No, I can't see it. I'd have to turn my Wi Fi hotspot on. That's what Ben is about. Yeah, fuckers. That's what you get for killing the cats. What you fucking get, fuckers. Make a pact with a cat. You won't have a lat. Gotta have some cats. You'll have rats, maybe bats. That's what you learn in my chats. No way. Was Willard? Willard was in Ben. Come on now. That's a separate movie. See, I'm gonna have to turn my Wi-Fi hotspot on because you fuckers are sending me now down a rat hole. Yeah, but there was flowers for Algernon, and he was a mouse. Flowers for now. Willard, didn't he go on to start telling the weather? Then the two of us must make a pact. We must agree that Bobble's head is fat. Sorry, sorry. I'm gonna have to look stuff up because you guys now. All about you guys. Did you guys know that Benedictine monks like to invent a lot of liquor? Did you know that? Socrates was in Ben? What is this? Is this true? Is this all a true story? Leader of the rats. Willard was always bringing him down, down, down. Ben said he came from the wrong side of town. The wrong side of town. Down now. That's when I told Ben he's the leader of the rest. Remember, Daddy, please don't. It wasn't his fault. He means so much to me. Daddy, please don't. We're gonna get married. Just you wait and see. Run, Joey, run. I think he shot him. Remember? Then they changed it all around to Papa, don't preach. I'm having my baby. Choke it up. It's 4 a.m. somewhere. When it turns 12:20, we can say it's 4:20 somewhere, but we don't need a time to smoke. Who does? Did you guys know that Benedictine? I notice how a dick is in their name. Wonder why. They go by Dom, like Don Vito. Is it Don or Dom? What is it? Dom or Don, you guys? Tell me. I need to know. I'm not willing to put my Wi-Fi hotspot on. I'm even gonna take Chicken Winter's word about Ben. Guess who invented champagne and was a Benedictine monk? Guess. Just guess. Pretty obvious. No, come on, you guys. I just gave you guys a huge hint. Tom DeLuise. Mm-mm. I like them though. Chicken Winner got it. Oh my god, Chicken Winner's taking the lead away from your ass. No BS. No BS, you might know this one. What is banned in public places in Florida after 6 p.m. on a Thursday? Are you implying No BS goes nude after 6 on Thursdays in Florida? Fine. Day Day, you probably would know this. It's banned in public places in Florida after 6 p.m. Oh, you're pretty close there, Chicken Winner. Come on. What's the other word for it? I need the other word. You're trying to like fucking impress with your little pass gas. Okay, fine. Farting was the word I was looking for, but I'll give it to you. Yeah, looks like Chicken Winner is the one who knew. But look at that. If Chicken Winner gets the next one right, she wins this round. No, I was just kidding. Look at we're learning about Chicken Winner. She can't say far. That's fine. No. Okay. Here we go. Where were fortune cookies invented? Why don't one of you just win this round and we could start a new round with Day Day having a fair shot? England and China are incorrect. It's more like a city, okay? Not a country, it's a city in a country. Japanese of the US. See, Chicken Winner, what are you talking in code right there? I feel like that's really close, but Chicken Winner got it. San Francisco. Look at that. Chicken Winner. She gave the first answer from her Google search. All right, so Chicken Winner won that round. Here we go. Guys ready? When held to ultraviolet light, what animal's urine glows in the dark? Ooh, Chicken Winner with cats. See, Day Day, you should have been putting an answer in instead of being accusatory. A kangaroo can't hop if what? I think it's Day Day. It's because you're using voice to text. Hop, not talk. You have to hit the screen to like bring yourself ahead and make sure you're in all chat, not just top chat. Well, not exactly tailless, but it has something to do with their tail. No, I think she means cats. Well, see, that's probably true too, because ooh, Day Day. Day Day knows he saw Ben. Okay, if somebody holds their tail up, okay? Forget that question. All right, let me think. Day Day probably left. He said he smelled rats. I'm not about my Bible history I was doing. My Bible history. Serious.
See an opportunity in your delusion to have litigation and get some money to get a claim.
This is Hagatha Krusty. Disclaimer, I do not own all the audio contained within this video, but I am using it within the Various Act guidelines for commentary purposes. Altered and speed. Crazy cackle laugh. They all have that characteristic.
You don't have a leg to stand on, woman.
I actually have 2 legs. Okay, no be it.
Why not? You would take one look at your videos and go, get the fuck out of this practice. Who do you think you are?
Tracy.
Who do you think you are? There's a clean hands doctrine. Then you gotta go wash your hands, lady. Every single time. Don't worry about it. So that's just, I laugh at that every time you say, I'm gonna have you prosecuted.
It's Hagatha Krusty. Scuzzy Scuzzy. Izzy.
You're going to You're going to set the precedence.
She's 70. She said it herself.
Precedence for what? Calling out a heinous, vicious bitch online. You are. Anybody?
Yes, I'm a heinous, vicious bitch.
Would listen to this and think that. Good luck. Aren't you funny?
They all have that witch cackle.
On a serious note, I want to know how many people that have got stage 4 cancer have less treatment than they did. You let me know.
It's terrible, isn't she? What a mean bitch.
Putting it in her place, like we all tried to. Okay, thank you, Imar. I wasn't sure who was in here. I need to get a couple more bots. I need to get it like.
Just out with Zoom on. Bam, 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 bam. Because you guys didn't want to do my history lesson. You opted out.
The real thing. Obviously. And then we got. File charges against S. This is Jan with my full name. It's 6. Seek help. Roscoe P. Coltrane. Sorry, Vern, the delightful something keeps making videos. What the? I mean,
Spinach. Mistake.
Wow.
I don't know who that was. That's me.
He's the one that said you can look up in the obituaries and stuff. And I'm like, thinking this is not right. Why would HMV state that? No, that's not right, right? So yeah, this is all on the phone with Ollie.
Huh.
And so she literally was trying to convince me that HMV used her as a pawn to go into my chat to tell me.
So Ollie was the one who looked up the obituaries. Okay. Got that clear.
Well, then they should all know about what a crazy fucking bitch she is. Right, and I think they'll talk. Like, I guarantee those people will talk about her. I bet she's made some major enemies in the town. I wonder, Well, didn't she work at a bar? So I would assume the bar's probably kind of close by. Right. Like, she doesn't go to the bar. Like, I don't know. Like, what does she does?
These weirdos, man, so obsessed with what I do.
She does. Like, every once in a while, she goes to the bar. Like, she does karaoke and stuff. She does. That's 10 years ago. Now, I want to know because she's going to sue me again. Isn't that fucked up, though, that, you know, people's automatic thought is that, oh, this person is, you know what I mean?
Like I can't do karaoke. I mean, that's enjoyable for all.
It does so horrible, though. Man, my fault. It should feel horrible. My fault. That was Jimmy Rizzo, by the way, you guys, okay? That was Jimmy Rizzo. Jimmy Rizzo. Whoever Jimmy Rizzo is. Sounds like a character out of Grease. I don't know why she kicked him off. She needs the company. Right? Luna admitted to, like, that she had said something about, that SG, you're full of shit. Wow. Right. And she got $8,000 off of that GoFundMe, by the way.
Wow.
She's like, you're playing my content over there.
I don't think so.
And I said, yeah, you're playing theirs over here. Right. Kitty, that's exactly what happened. She got scared.
I didn't get scared.
Threat of it getting reported.
I don't know if he did or didn't.
Oh my god. And she took it down, and then she, like, made this whole victim mentality about it and said, me and Luna are going to do this and that.
Must be.
And blah blah blah. And people that had donated were getting attacked by me and Luna, and then eventually she dropped. You gotta stop. You gotta stop, Bobbles. You have to stop with all this fucking slander. It's disgusting. I mean, seriously. But seriously, and just went after me all these years about it, and it's just like
I think I've hated Luna equally.
I didn't even do a damn thing.
Sure. Shouldn't do a damn thing.
This is terrible. Like, what are you doing over here? Why are you talking about me so
much? Since the day I was diagnosed with cancer, October 8th, 2020, they've all been harassing, you know. All my all all my kid did was make a GoFundMe for her mother. That was it. Like, and because our names were on it and people gave in their real names, we had no clue that people would be like this.
People are sick.
The only one I was really having strife from that he wasn't even been in this community was Vern, but they would say, don't look at him, don't look at him. Well, the same ones have always been going at, like Tiffany and Ollie, but they have a history on here. See, I haven't been on here as long as they have, you know? So I guess they've always been their organized troll groups, you know? PDP, they have discords and stuff. I feel like probably at least 15 to 20 years. Not all of them.
Yeah, and he's called Minnie and Uncle Tom. Yeah, it's just, and she is freaking insane. Yeah.
I think Bob was a.
You guys are fucking nuts, man. Enough. Like, no matter what anybody says that's wrong in their life, like, whether they got kicked out or something, she.
My phone was acting up that night.
I wrote an apology.
You've never been in my doghouse, Day.
Oh, I thought I saw that on a post. That was a gerbil. I said it was a gerbil. And over there, she's still on. Yeah. Apologize to her. Why he's screaming? Oh, what are you freaking crazy? Well, yeah, she is, but I cannot believe they're lying like that. You're such a fucking bitch. There's something wrong with you, lady. Keep going back to what like is happening to you, but at the time we're not talking about you. We're talking about me. You know, it's like right. No one else in the world can have a. Right, and it's the same. Meaning, starting to get when Dan lost said, "Don't read your post." Now she's gonna rip on knitting. Not knitting, ripping on knitting. It's chosen one. Do you know what's going on? Stop drinking. I mean, she attacks everybody, and then the four people that do like her don't even get the fact that, like, they're hated because whatever.
They're hated because they like her?
Oh my god, the money dead bubbles. That was good excitement, BB, that, you know, you probably made her night.
Yeah, BB.
They were probably fighting. Well, you're gonna say no, I tell Bobbles. Yeah.
I do water torture. I do. I can't help it.
You would take your bat out of that's what you said.
Can't even stand them people.
He hasn't done it since. He learned his lesson. I mean, things, you know, marriages go through ups and downs, and but it scared her off what I did, and that was my intentions. And no, I don't feel bad for what I did because I won.
She won. She won, Mr. Bobbles.
I do crazy shit for the night. When my ex didn't want to come home, didn't come home one night, it was like, I don't know, like 4 in the morning or something, or 6 in the morning, some fucked up shit. And I said, you're not sleeping in bed, you're sleeping on the couch. Like, you don't get.
And then she took pictures of him and put them on Facebook.
To not come home, like who do you know you are?
You don't get to not come home. Oh, who's she mimicking?
Right. So I made him sleep on the couch, and then I think I went through his phone and found out what he was doing. So then I took a picture of him and I posted it on Facebook, and I tagged him, and I put a whole description on why he had to sleep on the couch because he's an evil cheat.
My God.
I'm gonna make a t-shirt that says "Pink and Big Red."
I want to know why Roseanne didn't really hate me. I would have rather have been Roseanne than BB.
You want to see the snake ass? He gets in the glory holes. Oh, that's funny. She's quiet right now. Oh, into the community. I must have been repeating. You are the biggest, but I don't know what you're talking about. Not to eat. What she was saying, because what I was hearing the person say, I'm like, who's that talking and asking that about me?
She's so corny. They can't do commentary good. They suck.
I mean, is your content is our content because you're talking about us. It plays all your girl shit, so yeah. I was playing it because fair game. I know, right? How is that fair? She waits until the middle of the night to play our shit.
That's their audio. Their shit sucks.
HD, what's your gig? We sat there and had a nice conversation. She would blow up his phone so damn much asking You are fucking lying out of your pig snout, okay? Fucking pig snout. Oh my god. Let's call AM for Band-Aids. I'm sending somebody out there for you.
Yeah, I call people for Band-Aids.
CIA is doing something to her phones or something. What?
Yeah, the CIA is doing stuff to my phone too.
To it because the trolls that was in Bibles saying some things about your daughter. Well, wasn't that because Bibles told you to leave her son alone?
Not a freak.
Things are nuts right now. People are, these haters are just freaking neurotic and going crazy, and even to the point of saying I ran over that girl. Nobody's saying that.
Nobody said you ran over her. I mean,
nobody's saying that. Shut your mouth, Warrior. Get on the.
You shut your mouth. I'm about. You shut your mouth. Don't you talk about beautiful bubbles like that.
Get over here. I got something to talk to you about.
I got something to talk to you about. You meet me on Golden Pond.
Talking to? Yeah, I'll wait for a minute. I ain't gonna sit up all day. Who are you talking to? He's blocked, but I'll drop the link again. I mean, here. Yeah, who are you talking to? Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. On Golden Pond, I say.
They try to ask him. Wait, it was Janelle's panel, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is chicken.
They asked him. He wouldn't play. How would I run over? How would I run her over? I was in the passenger seat in a car. How?
Okay, we heard, Babos.
Why do you keep talking about those people as crap child?
Talk about rubbing it in. I mean, like, she's rubbing in about that kid. I just.
No, it's cool that your friend keeps talking about it every fucking day. Whatever. And then people don't believe it. Fuck them. Okay.
Fuck them. Who cares about that girl that lost her life? And that you're lying about them, accusing you of stuff. You meet me on Golden Pond, I'm about not tell you a thing or two.
Giggle over somebody losing their life. Whatever's not true, let it go. But look what that ended up getting. That got me to the point where, people think I can't. That it was all over ice cream.
Yeah, exactly. We think your accident was all over ice cream. I don't get that one, do you?
It was. It's like, if I want to eat ice cream, I can. It was all over jealousy. I live in a motel. Nobody said you lived. I don't know. I live in a fucking motel.
Nobody cares where you fucking live or what you have, how many dead bugs you have in your hair.
Fuck. None of that shit matters. You're trying to fuck with people's kids.
true story.
You got proof, show it. I never talked about your daughter.
You got proof, show it. I only let a lot of people talk about your daughter when I was a mod and blamed it on you.
Your family is. Let me, you know what? I will talk about your daughter for a second. On her daughter's YouTube page, she has something
Stalking bitch.
on it that says a playlist called "You Hate Yourself." Why does her daughter have a playlist titled "You Hate Yourself"?
Is that the name of a song?
Who's that too, SG? Who is that playlist?
You, premonition, you.
Makes me wonder. Doesn't talk about you, SG, because I'm thinking you're the only person in your daughter's life that she could be.
You know what makes me wonder is why the fuck you're stalking my kid.
About because you seem like you hate yourself, SG. You know. I had this shit together. Yes, I saw it. So, I mean,
why I saw her on Golden Pond. She did look like she hated herself. Trying to be all cool. Act like she was confident on Golden Pond. She was just like one of those moons I saw in my binoculars.
I saw it. I'm supposed to be, you know.
Sorry.
Vamos, your son is a good-looking guy and has his shit together.
My daughter, like, wow, like, my daughter is very beautiful. My son is very handsome. Like you are, Vamos. Salute. I mean, I gotta, you know.
I gotta.
You know, we all age. We all, you know, our bodies go to shit. We all age.
Wow. Speak for yourself, lady.
We all, you know, what we have left in this world is how we treat each other and our personalities and how, you know, what we do and how, you know, we get up every day. We gotta tell each other we love each other. We you know, we gotta be kind to each other.
She does, doesn't she, Novias? Now she's preaching.
Have to just do what we have to do to survive through this world. And if we wake up and we have to deal with neurotic bitches on a daily basis, come on, that doesn't make life any easier. Yeah, you don't be going on chats. You know, you don't see me.
Well, I do see you going on chats saying stuff.
I have to deal with rotten bitches every day.
Which I could. Okay. Believe me. Oh, yeah. But going on comments, other people's comments and stuff saying.
Yes, we do see you all over people's comments, Dan. Still to this day. To this day. Yeah, exactly.
And all that other stuff. I ain't got time for all that. If I got something to say, here I am. Y'all want to come up on the panel, do it. I'm watching. I don't care.
You don't care. How's your side doing, Nobia?
I'm watching now, motherfucker.
Like, if I was a sheep, I would not be on YouTube. I would be at my daughter's doorstep on a daily basis. You know, Kim is Chaz. I'm sorry, Kim. Don't hate me.
So you just go on putting out people's stories and talking about people's kids and thinking that it's all just, you know, hey, it's A-okay. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear, Nadia.
Saying this, Kim is Chaz. People know she lost her son, okay? If Kim is Chaz's son was alive, right, and he was talking to her, Kim is Chaz would be on that boy's doorstep on a daily basis.
Threatening my kid.
I wonder if Chemist Chaz is honeybees. Who knows? I don't know. You're welcome.
Right?
Talk to her. That's what a mom does. Don't sit on YouTube every day going after people that do not matter.
Nobody's going after you.
Going after them. They would be on the kid's doorstep.
I shouldn't have to pick between my kid or YouTube, you know? Like, that was never discussed between, you know? Like,
pounding on it, camping out on their lawn if they had to make their child talk to them. You know what I mean? I would die if my daughter didn't talk to me or my son. Or, I mean, there's been bouts where my son has been like, you know,
There's gonna be
anti-ball.
more.
But it didn't last long, you know? My
see
son
about
has,
this one.
You know, some issues, but we take care of him. It's under control. He's growing up, man. Who ain't got you know? But and I'm sorry, but Kim would be, as she takes her daughter for granted.
You're threatening my kid's life right now. You're threatening my kid's life.
I don't talk about her daughter, but she's a fucking
You are threatening my kid's life.
That's all I'll say about that. I don't talk about family and stuff. I mean, that's why I don't talk about my kids that much or my grandkids. I try
you just threatened my kid's life. You just fucking threatened my kid's life.
When you first came on,
wow,
you showed your stuff or whatever, but you got wise to that real quick. You're like, nope. Yeah, I did show a little bit, but after that, I was new, So after I seen it.
So Bobbles is kind of reminding him there that, he did show her, I guess, his stuff or his kids or his life or whatever. And she's reminding him of that, but I don't even know anything about his life.
In the community, I said, oh, hell no. Right. And now they're about 7 years older, so whatever.
So we know that he's been on probably for at least 10 years. Yeah, she probably is.
It's like you're literally damned. You're literally damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. And I really want. I don't feel that way. I'm not damned if I do or damned if I don't. I do my thing. Nobody.
Your thing is kind of creepy. I mean, with the clown masks and the costumes, it's kind of a little creepy in my opinion.
I get they don't have to watch. There's a woman that I promise one in your mouth that I'll take.
Spartan, you need to fucking simmer down over there, old man.
I like bullshit. Ain't life too short, man.
Yeah, I know your friend just told me I was taking my daughter's life for granted because she was threatening my daughter's life.
There's a woman that I want to introduce to the community.
I can't believe you just threatened my daughter's life. I really can't believe you just threatened my daughter, but she didn't have time to help her friend that needed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it would. I wonder. No BS. Wow, that's kind of funny.
They should go through now. Yeah, I forgot to.
Is he talking or what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to do the
Oh my god.
Chat. Last time I pressed chat, I got kicked off. So if I get kicked off, okay. Anyway, man.
Last time I was on Golden Pond.
I mean, small. Seriously small. Like, really super small. But, like,
Can't talk about herself.
You have housekeeping, like, free, like, everything's included. Like, don't you have, like, HBO? Like, I don't have HBO. Lead them astray by, like, this little tiny bit of spirituality that you give them, but it's just a tiny bit of spirituality. And they're fooled by it, SG. They're literally fooled by it.
Look at that thing.
Fooled by spirituality?
You are so insane, and you have them, like, OSG. Absolutely blown away by your talent with this. I mean, you give them a little bit of religion, right?
My talent.
As if she could be blown away.
And you have them dangling by a string, and then you throw in let's pick on Bubbles and hate her. It's like, why don't you just call her?
Why would I say let's pick on Bobbles? You're fucking nuts, lady.
Religion, freaking the epic bubbles or something. I mean, come on. See, I'm not gonna ever let you get a fucking down. Because you can't fucking learn.
Huh. And the date on that is March 24th, 2024. And it was March 28th, 2024. Like the 20, between the 29th and the 30th, 28th, 29th, whatever, between that date, they started doing they started doing the GoFundMe. The live stream I played the other night of Cindy's was about 5 days after this. These fuckers, I swear to God, they gotta conspire together and shit. They must.
Alive. That's nice. That's good. This lady is really out of control. Okay? Let me just say that.
Sorry, guys. Okay, does anybody want to come up?
This thing is weird, though. What is this thing? This lady's fucking nasty. Yes.
I've been running my mouth for a fucking hour. Like, I can't understand how.
I just can't understand how this lady thinks she dictates to people.
They're so blind to this. Read my comment. Okay, let me go up. I'm sorry.
To what?
Why does my stream not?
What do you mean? Have they left the room?
Why is she so mean, this lady? I don't understand. I just don't understand it. They're all so mean.
Do this now. No, it blue.
Oh my god.
Where is it?
Dana,
Right, but I feel like I'm breaking this down here and looking at the dates, it is showing some malintent going on with that GoFundMe. I hate to say it, but it sure does.
no one who says, wow, it's a song. It's an Annie DeFranco song.
Is it? Wait, where is it?
Oh yeah, they were cracking on me for saying something from the Annie DeFranco song.
I can't be that far up.
Wow.
What?
So you're letting people dox in your room?
Oh, out of me into you. That's what it is, right? Out of me into you. That one. Yeah.
It's like, how can.
Yes, like a kid, a letter.
Sit there and preach, and be religious and tell somebody about sucking guts.
Oh my god, how am I going to keep going on about that, man? You have said way worse, lady.
She has.
Yeah.
Respectful. People just overlook.
And I repented.
Let's let Bibles get away with anything. No, they let you get away with it.
I'm not doing anything you're doing. You're sick.
It's ridiculous. Don't deflect. Stop letting these people deflect.
Shut up. Jesus Christ, Melissa. woman, you're nice. All have to be nice. What is her justification for a GoFundMe? That she has cancer. She has cancer. Well, the flag thing, I'm doing it.
What is the justification for her having a GoFundMe? But I didn't have a GoFundMe anymore because it was a fucking constant, man. It was embarrassing to tell people. You know how like they're not embarrassed at all to say donate it, anonymously. But Brenda, BB will donate, publicly. Like 4 days later, BB's on a live stream talking about don't let her win, don't let her win about a GoFundMe. I mean, to me, it seems like they were, you know, plotting.
Lots of people have GoFundMe's for cancer, and it's not your fucking business. Do you understand that, bitch? I mean, all have to be nice. What is her justification for a GoFundMe? That she has cancer. She has cancer. But so
And
many
they
people
still
want
are,
cancer.
and they still are, in my opinion. That's why BB came out and said it's from her and Bobbles. Like, that's so funny.
We have somebody in the room with cancer. How about you? You get a fucking job. You get a fucking job, you pig. Who are you talking to, pig? You need to fucking check yourself, man. You really do. It works. You look like a psycho. She's literally sitting that way, that way. She works. I don't care, Medusa. Where's her ass off? I don't understand it. I don't get it.
You know what happened? You remember? You know how I was playing the video? Get this, no BS. Get this. So I do have to correct something. I did have a live stream on the 29th, or the 28th, or the 29th that had terrorize in the title. I was incorrect when I said that the one she was referring to was from the 14th, okay? When Cindy said that. But my live stream that she's talking about, the terrorized one, I'm crying. I'm crying because I'm like, I wasn't harassing a kid. I wouldn't do that, Like, literally, I was crying, but I hadn't seen Cindy's. Okay. And then Cindy makes one talking about that video. Yeah, I didn't know either, no BS. But sometimes it really does, like, it'll kind of piss me off because I'm like thinking a lot of people had a certain thought process of me, and because like they kept it up. Well, no BS, this was the one I just played the other day. Remember, I just played it yesterday, the one with Cindy, and when she called Tandra a whipping boy and everything, and they like came up with their team Gracie and shit. So anyway, well, the one that I'm talking about was from March 29th, the one that I made where I was crying. And you know what happened? I got struck. So for a week, I was struck. And they were doing the whole Team Gracie thing with malintent. With malintent. That one I never knew what for. They didn't give me no explanation. They didn't even give me a chance to appeal. And then when I came back, that's when Swiss had that. I don't even know if I was back yet. Uh, Swiss had that live stream where Bobbles was fucking screaming, saying about my kid and stuff. Yeah, I was still struck. I was still struck. I remember now because then when yeah, yep, I was still struck. But I went up on Swiss's, and Bobbles was screaming, screaming, threatening everybody's family and everything. Still didn't know about Cindy's two live streams there where they had been plotting and shit. Don't give her breath, oxygen, don't let her breathe, don't let her have sunlight. And after I'm crying in my live stream, they fucking get me struck. That's fucking rotten. But 5 days before, excuse me, those two live streams, right, Novias? And 5 days before those two live streams by Cindy, where BB was there and Honeybees was there, this is what Bobbles was doing, talking about my GoFundMe.
Listen, I put this money into disability. This is my money. You need to shut your motherfucking fat trap.
People sit there and make fun of disabled people with canes and walkers and
no, I don't.
and everything else. It's like,
I don't.
It blows my mind. It absolutely fucking blows my mind.
Wow.
You know?
No, they're the ones who do that kind of shit.
Heard you talk like that, Bubbles. Like the one time I said something about SG dying.
The one time.
Said, oh no, it's like 50 subs for that. She uses that. Now I have texted SG a couple of times some nasty stuff. Okay, yeah.
Constantly telling me, don't get rid of your port, she told me. Don't get rid of your port. She texted me.
I do admit that. That was a long time ago. That bitch pushed me to that point.
Oh my god, really?
She did.
Typical abuser.
I do regret everything before.
Yep, exactly. Now Elmer is like a fucking huge supporter of these people. Like, what the fuck?
My attempt. Dude, I was pushed.
Wow.
Look at how they fucking act.
What are you talking about?
They've always been like this. Always. It's just people are finally like saying, well, hey, look, we're paying attention now. You know?
Paying attention now. I was going through stage 4 while she's doing this.
That's the difference now. People are actually paying attention now and opening their eyes. And I'm like, oh, yes. You know?
You're a fucking weirdo.
I mean, to dig up my father's obituary, I'm sorry. That's
Now, you heard her in the older audio when her and I were friends, way back in the beginning, talking about HMB and Ollie dug up obituaries. But here she is blaming me as if it hadn't been done.
Shut up.
what you did, and I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. You had fucking Sharon's mother's phone number.
Choma winner monster person.
You're the Choma.
You're traumatized. I'm sorry. You had a really bad life, and
You are a fucking skank. No, really. You are a skank. You got issues. You're a skank, okay?
I mean, I have audio more than one audio of Ollie clearly stating that even just a couple of months ago that she's the one who dug up everything on Bobbles. But Bobbles still wants to keep blaming me so she can keep attacking people. Yeah.
Know it.
A lot of them are, no BS.
You're
Pure evil.
trash. Your trailer trash. Your trailer trash. Your trailer trash. You are fucking trailer trash.
What is like the first things that you think?
I tell them to shut the fuck up. Aren't you a big tough guy? Big tough guy. Fuck up. Is that your note? Everybody?
It's kind of like, it's redundant, right? It's literally redundant.
You're redundant. I play, you play sound the same exact year later, year later, year later. You never stop. You're a freak. It's ridiculous, man. Everybody knows what's happening in this community, man. You can't hide. You can't run. You can't.
You can't run, you can't hide. See what I'm saying? You won't see me, but I'll be there. I mean, those things are threats.
Talking about weird, fucking freak. Be fucking threatening people. Shit. Everybody sees what's going on.
It's getting ridiculous. How did Anna Bubbles meet? Oh my god, Tom. Wait, was it Tom that we met?
How did Anna Bubbles?
I mean, Sharon and I aren't besties, but she literally destroyed Sharon's channel. Now, I don't know if Tom was paying her or if Tom paid some people or if Bobbles just had that much drive to. I do believe that she does dedicate that much time to destroying people's channel. I mean, I've seen DDP, I've seen Izzy all sit there and pat themselves on the back about, certain things. Not just with Sharon's. But that's the thing, when somebody takes away someone's opportunity that, most people have that opportunity to use YouTube and to possibly be successful at it. But when you've got, right, but no BS in the beginning, regardless of, how, the things, whatever was sharing. But the thing is Bob was literally, I played it the other night, admitted that she did what she did to Sharon because she was skinny and she was jealous that Tom had gotten mad at Bobbles and was promoting Sharon's channel. And that was the way it was. I mean, I don't know if you were around then, but Bobbles switched her channel from what she was doing, which was, saying the CUNT and kind of being all like sex kind of shit. And switched it from that to going after Sharon. Like literally right on, YouTube, her and Chosen One made a deal that for her to do that, like publicly. As if other people I mean, even I myself, right? Even myself, when I was, doing, videos. Oh, Bobbles. Yeah, I know. It is painful too when you go back and listen to all their stuff. But I myself, when the algorithm stuff with AI and everything, that it matters. The whole algorithm. And I'll tell you, Vern, he had like 100 and something accounts. He would say it. And he was convinced that I was, I don't know, because he was a slippery slope. For a while, people didn't know that that's what it was. Um,
Oh, wow, big fucking deal. Who cares? They're not fucking celebrities, man. How do you think they fucking met? Tom. Hey, what is he talking about? God.
We met on Tom's. It was a Tom that got us together.
She must say it like 600 times that they met on Tom. And she kept smoking cigarettes too.
I still did. I snatched him up from Tom.
She's so excited too.
Oh my Jesus. I kidnapped Dan.
You can have him. You don't have to kidnap him.
Psycho.
Sure. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
I mean, especially like if I can't even come on and if I'm like on defending.
You're not defending yourself. Putting people's face up on there and all that shit. That's not defending yourself.
When you can't come on and defend yourself, that's
about what?
Like really on to defend themselves.
Oh my god, you're a freak. Freak.
And then
this lady is insane. This lady is insane.
and and then Swiss's something happened where something about Swiss.
I mean nothing about Swiss.
My phone was acting up then.
Phone number? Why do you have her phone number?
It was given to me so I could call her.
Wow.
So show me on one of my lives where I got your mother's name and what she's in. And I will personally tell you I'm sorry for that. If I did that.
People giving out people's mother's phone numbers.
Sicko.
No, I never called her mom. I've got her mom's number.
Oh my god.
I'm ready to call her mom.
See? The fuck? The lady's in a nursing home.
Tell her that she doesn't like fat people because her mom.
Oh my god.
Wow, she's gonna call old lady in a nursing home.
What? She doesn't like fat people, so I thought you don't like skinny people. Who said I don't like skinny people?
Oh. Oh my god. She just doesn't understand. They talk about skinny people all the time.
I tell my husband sit his skinny ass down. I say I'm gonna sit my fat ass down. It's just a figure of speech.
Wow, that doesn't make sense. I mean, if you don't like body shaming, then you shouldn't be doing it.
This is my audio here.
Oh my God, it's just we are from different worlds, Destiny. Here in the South,
that's exactly right. So don't you understand that some things are just this person is this way and this person is that way, and we'll never agree. There ain't no good guy, there ain't no bad guy. There's only you and me, and we just disagree.
And Sharon didn't hate fat people. She wouldn't call us fat.
Oh God. Oh my God.
I'm not the only person.
She just won't leave people alone.
Sharon's never said she hates fat people.
See? What is it that you people don't understand with this woman? She won't just leave people alone.
Yeah.
She feels like she has to destroy people if, they just want to live their life without baubles in it. Like, Bobs, why don't you just leave people alone, man? The fuck? What's wrong with you? November 14th, 2022. Come on, man. Come on.
Like, she's called many people fat. Like, she does not
Oh my God.
No, she does not like fat people. Sharon, if she got the heroin, she would fat the fuck up.
Now, how many channels has Sharon been through since then? It's November 14th, 2022.
So she's happy that before Sharon got heavy into drugs, she was a size 12, right? And she don't want to be.
You don't know that. How would you know that?
Because Sharon
size 12 isn't that big. Fucking Marilyn Monroe was a size 16.
I know it's not that big, but if you watch Sharon and listen to Sharon, if she's your friend, you would know that.
Oh,
she said it. She used to be a size.
Okay, size 12. Big deal, lady. What about you before you got fat? Before you were addicted to food? What size were you?
12.
What difference does it make, lady? Alright, so wait a minute. So, wait. Let's just. I thought you said you don't listen to it. Would you care to do a review of your live streams?
I don't want you playing my content. That's going to start a war between us.
So we can't prove it anyway. So you're saying you're going to release it all.
I don't share it.
And so people can see where you're doxing her mother again, so you can dox her a second time? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't share it. Can you still hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Like, I don't share it.
I don't know anybody who pees online except Sharon and her.
There's not enough people in here that are going to hear this, that are going to be going through all my lives. So Sharon can go through, and she can find where she should remember where I doxed her mother's name. She's so adamant that I
Doxed her mother's name. She just comes right out with shit. As if it's normal behavior.
did that, right?
Wow.
And she's so adamant that I did that, and she should remember the line that I did.
$5 Tommy was the clone of Mama, Sharon's last name, with a picture
Good night, chicken winner.
of Sharon's mother. Okay?
She should find it, she can play it, and I can tell her I'm sorry. Or stop accusing me of it. Just like, Sharon, show your studio. That you did in private. All those videos that you said I deleted. Show me your studio. So that you did in private them all.
God, she just thinks nobody else matters in the world.
Prove I didn't delete the stuff I didn't do. I exonerated you, Sharon.
Oh, God.
And you're accusing me of stuff I didn't fucking do.
Do you hear her? She exonerated her, she says. She exonerated her.
Exonerated?
I didn't fucking delete.
You exonerated her?
Show me your studio. It finds where I doxed your mother's name.
Oh my God, shut up, lady. Just fucking stop.
Do it, please. If you're gonna accuse me, and be
What is the phrase? Me thinketh she does protesteth too much or something?
my judge, jurors, and executioner, did at least fucking show the proof.
I think she did. I don't know if you guys were around for that, but Sharon lost, I mean, so many videos. I don't think you are, she can't hear you. I mean, I don't think you had to beg for it. Chicken winner. Exactly, no BS. Thank you. See, I like no BS because, see, I like no BS. I like Tandra. I like people like, they'll sometimes, even you, chicken winner, will do this too. Say things that I want to say, but I'll just skip over it. Like what you typed was, like, we all need a baba and a nap. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I skimmed over it because it is offensive. You didn't say me and Bob. What was it? Day Day, what are you talking about? Good riddance. Day Day just loves to incite shit. I really kind of sometimes think the men are, yeah, here. You said here too. You said here. I think we all need a baba here and a nap. And that you were tired of hearing babas. But we still love you anyway. We still love you anyway. Get your baba and your nap. You'll be back. It's you will be able to help yourself.
I'm not gonna lie and say I don't want Sharon. In your head, yes, you have mentioned me.
She goes, I'm not gonna lie and say I don't watch Sharon. How many times has she said she watches Sharon? I mean that she doesn't watch Sharon. How many times has she said she doesn't watch Sharon? And she just goes, I'm not gonna lie and say I don't watch Sharon.
You mentioned me the last time I watched, Spearhead. You and Hugs and them, they always mention me. Wanna pull my pigtails?
Your pigtails? Ugh.
Like you do.
Wow.
And I don't believe Sharon doesn't watch me. She knows too much. It says
I do believe that Sharon didn't watch you, but who cares, lady? What's your fucking problemo? I just needed the attention.
I'm not dumb to think people don't tell her what I say. She watches me. She lies. Addicts lies.
Addicts lies. Well, you said you were addicted to something. What did you say? Vicodin or Percocet, something like that?
She's out of her.
Sharon is naturally thin? No, it's called heroin sheets.
Okay, no BS. I appreciate you guys. No, really, I do. I just didn't feel like turning my Wi-Fi hotspot on.
That is not naturally thin. The girl is half Mexican and her mom's a big woman. She's not.
Oh my god, hear how racist she just was? She said the girl's half Mexican and her mom's a big woman. She's implying that Mexican women are overweight.
Actually, that is heroin then.
It's called heroin chic, baby. Just kidding.
What the fuck? Okay, baby girl. Keep talking about you, baby girl, because I see you doing it all the time too. And I never talk about you, baby girl, but keep talking about
I believe she didn't talk about you. She said Sharon was naturally thin. She wasn't talking about you. You're a fucking psycho.
Sharon. Should I start calling you Shitty again, or should I keep giving you some kind of respect?
See how pompous that bitch is?
Wow.
Because I've seen you call me pig a couple of times, even though I've been calling you Sharon.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned with everything you do. I just watch you because you talk about me. It's like curiosity kills the cat.
Oh, unfortunately, no. But I hope you feel better even more than Chicken Winter does. Just kidding, just kidding. No, yes, just kidding, just kidding, Chicken Winter. Hey, hey, Day Day, did you know you're not a mod in Chicken Winners anymore? By the way, she said she unmodded a lot of people, uh, but mostly because you were in here. Just kidding. Just kidding. Day Day can't be a mod. He's not. He's not the type of mod that doesn't want to cause rufflings of feathers. And you have feathers. You guys should get along great. Day Day. No, sir. You asked me to unmod you, Day Day. And I didn't. And remember, and when you came back and you were still a mod, you said thank you for not unmodding me privately because we would talk on the phone a lot. And the other day, I was like, I seem to remember when I would keep you on my panel, and if I was like going to the bathroom or something, that you would talk. You always had stuff to say. But the other day, I saw you holding down the fort on somebody's panel, and you were going blah 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 blah. And I was like, see, I like the blah blah. And the chat was a blah blah chat. Not yours, Chicken Winner. It wasn't yours. It was
If you're talking about me, I'm gonna watch.
just because somebody says pig doesn't mean they're talking about you. That seems kind of insecure, in my opinion.
I mean, you put me, the pig.
And they've made it easier to mod from StreamYard yourself. Before they didn't allow to delete comments and stuff like that. You only had a couple of options.
As your main piece on all the names on your board.
I hear ya. He's alright. Amabout's alright.
Hear it. See, look at her. You don't dictate what I do. You don't dictate what I do. You're such a 9-year-old.
That laughing of the other.
Sounds like you are.
Crazy.
I mean, come on. You're so, as soon as you start, you have a song with me in it. Your song has me in it. You have me as your main attraction.
All right.
The main attraction. Like she's the fucking fat lady at the carnival or something.
He heard.
I'm the board of names. And then you say I'm obsessed with you?
Yeah. Okay. If I was out like you said, man, about cancer, asked G how she should die, which you did say that. Purple butterfly. Please enter. That's the comment from above.
Baby girl, are you a heroin addict?
Oh, wow. Let Sharon take the heat over CPS because you were afraid of Ollie. Yeah, that's what you said. You said you're being blackmailed. First thing. Well, here's the thing, though. We don't have a fucking truce with Ollie. So when you and Ollie get on your panel and start talking about bullshit, we don't have a truce with her. So...
Baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. Here's the thing, though. These fuckers have things like truces with each other.
This bitch just fucking ignoring me up there.
Apologize to SG a million times. A million
My God, I just want her to leave me alone.
She never wants it.
I just want you to leave me alone.
She wanted it. She never wants it. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck.
You know what, Sharon?
What about the apology or never wanted? My God, just leave me alone, lady. And anything, about that, lady. It's about the fact that
I brought them from your channel that you had on your channel that I
here's the thing. You were the one who said the night before the live stream that Sharon hadn't really been talking about you. And you said something
about... No, I fucked up. And I went back. I wasn't watching her, really. I wasn't watching her. And then, like, everybody kept quiet, right?
Caesars, woman. You haven't slept in 83 hours. You're thinking of chicken Caesar salad, huh? You know you were.
It's a fucking live stream if you don't hear anybody sing. But she wasn't.
No, she was.
No, she wasn't.
I felt like an idiot. I was like...
She felt like an idiot? Appropriate.
Man, I just... What was you saying?
What was she saying?
Call me a pig, make fun of me being fat.
I like 2 nips per day.
go back through lives and skim through, but you remove stuff. Because if it was your views, yes, your son is an anti-Semite. Daughter, okay, if I found out your daughter, I thought it was. You would never find out my daughter was an anti-Semite because she isn't.
And anchovies. Baby.
Exactly what I just said. I said you were going to say that, and then came out of rehab.
Exactly, chicken winner.
But she didn't finish rehab. So she should. Because you.
Babalena, Babalena.
I don't know what that means. She's got dollar signs. I might be able to get some money.
Says the prostitute. I'm just saying, I mean, evidently she's got herself an herb.
She is, Melvin. I'm telling you, she is. Every time someone gets a super chat, you can just hear. Rubbing together, you can hear them bloody, oh.
I used to throw up if an alarm clock went off. No, but I would get anxiety.
She's such a bitch.
I like anchovies.
Herb every day for months. Please stop talking about Ollie. Now, Jules, when you keep saying these people are.
No, I said I like anchovies. See, Day Day, how you like to cause strife? Causing strife.
Live stream that you did, I think it was about a year ago when you were talking about your son. Oh my God, I was bawling my eyes out. It was. Sharing yesterday, and she said she was super cool. She came in the chat for a little bit and left, and
It's like another baby voice.
she didn't want like any like or for to like upset my life. So for those that think that Sharon has no nice bones in her body, she absolutely does.
Baby voice. I'm gonna do my history thing. No, it was mornings I had an issue with. Mornings. Mornings. Okay. Little quiz here. How many feet is a scroll with the Torah on? Known as the Torah. Okay. Come on, how many feet? Little quiz here, pop quiz. Come on, you guys, are you paying attention? Well, how many feet was a scroll, the Torah, when unraveled? No, I'm not playing more music. I'm not. In 382, the early church father, Jerome, 382 AD, the early church father, Jerome. See, if I had a research assistant, I would ask them to research that person. It was 150 feet. So they translated it from its origin. What? But okay. The New Testament's original was Greek. The Old Testament's original was Hebrew. So they translated the New Testament from its original Greek into Latin, and this translation became known as the Latin Vulgate. Vulgate, Vulgate. I don't know. Vulgate meaning vulgar or common. So did Roman Catholics. Okay. No, vulgar, like vulgar. By 500 AD, the Bible had been translated into over 500 languages. Just 1 century later, by 600 AD, it had been restricted to only one language, the Latin Vulgate. Okay, vulgar, whatever. The only organized and recognized church at that time in history was the Catholic Church of Rome. Hmm. And they refused to allow the scripture to be available in any language other than Latin. Those in possession of non Latin scriptures would be executed. Wow. This was because only the priests were educated to understand Latin, and this gave the church ultimate power, a power to rule without question, a power to deceive, a power to extort money from the masses. Nobody could question their biblical teachings because few people other than priests could read the Latin. Wow. The church capitalized on this forced ignorance through the, yeah, there is, through the 1,000 year period from 480 to 1400 AD, known as the Dark and Middle Ages. Pope Leo X established a practice called the selling of indulgences as a way to extort money from the people. He offered forgiveness of sins for a fairly small amount of money. For a little bit more money, you would be allowed to indulge in a continuous lifestyle of sin, such as keeping a mistress. Also, through the invention of purgatory, wow, whoa, you could purchase the salvation of your loved ones' souls. Wow. Almost like making a deal with the devil, right, chicken winner? Wow. The invention of purgatory. The church taught the ignorant masses as soon as the coin in the coffer rings, the troubled soul from purgatory springs. Pope Leo X showed his true feelings when he said, yeah, I mean, for their souls, telling them they could purchase for their souls from purgatory, I mean, of their loved ones. Says Pope Leo X showed his true feelings when he said, the fable of Christ has been quite profitable to us. Wow. So they put a note, a side note here saying, let us state at this point that it is not our intent to offend or bash Roman Catholics. It is unavoidable that every historical account has its good guys and its bad guys, just as it is impossible to accurately tell the story of World War II without offending the Germans and the Italians, who were undeniably the enemies of world peace at that time. It is equally impossible to accurately tell the story of the English Bible without unintentionally offending those who continue to revere the Roman Catholic and Anglo- Anglican, I don't know, churches. Where was the true Church of God during these dark ages? On the Scottish island of Iona, which that's where like the Masons and stuff I think originated was from on the Scottish island of Iona in five. No. I think there is a God. No, definitely there's a God. This isn't trying to convince people that there's no God. Yeah, exactly. Especially when they were executing them. I mean, very few people can speak Latin. It's like I could see how they could, say this is what it says. Right, but this is history right here. This isn't about preachers or anything. This is, history. It says on the Scottish island of Iona in 563 AD, a man named Columba. started a Bible college. For the next 700 years, this was the source of much of the non Catholic evangelical Bible teaching through those centuries of the Dark and Middle Ages. I like Joel Osteen. The students of this college were called culdees, which means certain stranger. The culdees were a secret society, and a remnant of the true Christian faith was kept alive by these men during the many centuries that led up to the Protestant Reformation. Yes, he is absolutely pick a winner. In fact, the first man to be called a culdee was Joseph of Aram, Arimathea. Okay, Arimathea. He's the one who purchased the tomb, right? Or gave up his tomb for Jesus. The Bible tells us that Joseph of Arimathea gave up his tomb for Jesus. Tradition tells us that he was actually the uncle of the Virgin Mary, and therefore the great uncle, or half uncle at least, of Jesus. It is also believed that Joseph of Arimathea traveled to the British Isles shortly after the resurrection of Christ and built the first Christian church above ground there. Wow, above ground. That's crazy. I didn't know they couldn't build them. Tradition also tells us that Jesus may have spent much of his young adult life between 13 and 30 traveling the world with his great uncle Joseph. Wow. Though the Bible is silent on these years in the life of Jesus. See, so this stuff here is where people like went outside of the Bible and were looking into what was going on and like history kind of things. In the late 1300s, the secret society of Chaldees chose John Wycliffe to lead the world out of the Dark Ages. Wycliffe has been called the morning star of the Reformation. That Protestant Reformation was about one thing: getting the Word of God back into the hands of the masses in their own native language so that the corrupt church would be exposed and the message of salvation in Christ alone, by Scripture alone, through faith alone, would be proclaimed again. The first handwritten English language Bible manuscripts were produced in the 1380s by John Wycliffe, an Oxford professor, scholar, and theologian. He was well known throughout Europe for his opposition to the teaching of the organized church, which he believed to be contrary to the Bible. With the help of his followers, called the Lollards, and his assistant Purvey, and many other faithful scribes, Wycliffe produced dozens of English language manuscript copies of the scriptures. They were translated out of the Latin Vulgate, which means vulgar. Isn't that crazy? Which was the only source text available to Wycliffe. The Pope was so infuriated by his teachings and his translation of the Bible into English that 44 years after Wycliffe had died, he ordered the bones to be dug up, crushed, and scattered in the river. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. Kind of suspect right there, huh? One of Wycliffe's followers, John Huss, actively promoted Wycliffe's ideas that people should be permitted to read the Bible in their own language, and they should oppose the tyranny of the Roman Church that threatened anyone possessing a non Latin Bible with execution. Huss was burned at the stake in 1415, with Wycliffe's manuscript Bibles used as kindling for the fire. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. The last words of John Huss were that in 100 years, God will raise up a man whose cause for reform cannot be suppressed. Almost exactly 100 years later, in 1517, Martin Luther nailed his famous 95 Theses of Contention, a list of 95 issues of heretical theology and crimes of the Roman Catholic Church, into the church door at Wittenberg. Yeah, but what happened 100 years in between? I mean, that's interesting to know. The prophecy of Huss had come true. Martin Luther went on to be the first person to translate and publish the Bible in the commonly spoken dialect of the German people. Wow, great. A translation more appealing than previous German biblical translations. I don't get it. So why were German people like when did they decide to stop letting people? So there was previous German biblical translations. I thought there was supposed to be none. Fox's Book of Martyrs records that in that same here. Okay. 1517, 7 people were burned at the stake by the Roman Catholic Church for the crime of teaching their children to say the Lord's Prayer in English rather than Latin. Wow. Wow. Johann Gutenberg invented the printing press in the 1450s, and the first book to ever be printed was a Latin. Didn't somebody else get credit for that printing press? Was that Benjamin Franklin or something? I don't know, maybe not. He invented the printing press in the 1450s, and the first book to ever be printed was a Latin language Bible printed in Mainz, Germany. Gutenberg's Bible, maybe the connection between the Vatican and, the Nazis goes back even further, Who knows? Gutenberg's Bibles are surprisingly beautiful, as each leaf Gutenberg printed was later colorfully hand illuminated. Born as Johann Gensfleisch, which is John Gooseflesh, he preferred to be known as Johann. Ironically, though, he had created what many believed to be the most important invention. Good night, chicken winner. Gutenberg was a victim of unscrupulous business associates who took control of his business and left him in poverty. Nevertheless, the invention of the movable type printing press meant that Bibles and books could finally be effectively produced in large quantities in a short period of time. This was essential to the success of the Reformation. In the 1490s, another Oxford professor and the personal physician to King Henry VII and VIII, Thomas Linacre, decided to learn Greek. After reading the Gospels in Greek and comparing it to the Latin Vulgate, he wrote in his diary, "Either this, the original Greek, is not the Gospel, or we are not Christians." The Latin had become so corrupt that it no longer even preserved the message of the Gospel. Yet the church still threatened to kill anyone who read the scripture in any language other than Latin, though Latin was not an official, I'm sorry, although Latin was not an original language of the scriptures. Wow. Catholics aren't looking too good, in my opinion. In 1496, John Colet, another Oxford professor and the son of the mayor of London, they had mayors, started reading the New Testament in Greek and translating it into English for his students at Oxford and later for the public at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. The people were so hungry to hear the word of God in a language they could understand. Now, could you fucking imagine that? So, for years, these people didn't even know what these priests and stuff were saying to them. Wow. They were so hungry to hear the word of God in a language they could understand that within 6 months there were 20,000 people packed in the church and at least that many outside trying to get in. Sadly, while the enormous and beautiful St. Paul's Cathedral remains the main church in London today, as of 2003, typical Sunday morning worship attendance is only around 200 people, and most of them are tourists. Wow. How sad is that? And that was in 2003. I wonder today. Fortunately for Colette, he was a powerful man with friends in high places, so he amazingly managed to avoid execution. That is. In considering the experiences of Linacre and Colette, the great scholar Erasmus was so moved to correct the corrupt Latin Vulgate, I don't know, that in 1516, with the help of printer John Froben, he published a Greek Latin parallel New Testament. The Latin part was not the corrupt Vulgate, but his own fresh rendering of the text from the more accurate and reliable Greek, which he had managed to collate from a half a dozen partial Old Greek New Testament manuscripts he had acquired. I can't imagine how many times the New Testament has been changed, in my opinion. And the first to ever come off the printing press. The 1516 Greek Latin New Testament of Erasmus further focused attention on just how corrupt and inaccurate the Latin Vulgate had become, and how important it was to go back and use the original Greek New Testament and the original Hebrew Old Testament languages to maintain accuracy and to translate them faithfully into the languages of the common people, whether that be English, German, or any other tongue. No sympathy, okay, no sympathy for this illegal activity was to be found from Rome, with the curious exception of the famous 1522 Complutensian. I'm gonna have to look this up. Complutensian, spelled Complutensian, polyglot, Polyglot Bible, even as the words of Pope Leo X's declaration that the fable of Christ was profitable to him continued through the years to infuriate the people of God. The fable of Christ. That really bears looking into. William Tyndale was the captain of the army of the Reformers and was their spiritual leader. Tyndale holds the distinction of being the first man to ever print the New Testament in the English language. How many people are holding that distinction? I mean, I think we've heard like how many already? Tyndale was a true scholar and a genius, so fluent in 8 languages. Okay, no, this was the first one. Okay, fluent in 8 languages that it was said one would think any one of them to be his native tongue. He is frequently referred to as the architect of the English language, even more so than William Shakespeare, which I don't even know why they would even say that about William Shakespeare, because no, as so many of the phrases Tinsdale coined are still in our language today. Martin Luther had a small head start on Tyndale, as Luther declared his intolerance for the Roman Church's corruption on Halloween in 1517 by nailing his 95 Theses of Contention to the Wittenberg church door. Luther, who would be exiled in the months following the Diet of Worms Council. That sounds fucking nasty. The Diet of Worms? I mean, for real? That was designed to martyr him, would translate the New Testament into German for the first time from the 1516 Greek Latin New Testament of Erasmus and published in 1522. Luther also published a German Pentateuch in 1523. Blah 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 blah. William Tyndale, wanted to use the same 1516 Erasmus text as a source to translate and print the New Testament in English for the first time in history. Some shit here. So, in my opinion, the Old Testament is really like scribes and history, and they were keeping their history. And I mean, the sacrifice could also, I mean, like they were using a whole flock of There's more. There's more to the story, and I think they use a lot of religion to, you know, get rid of the Indians that were here, the indigenous, and in other places, and recently somebody said to me, oh, those missionaries and blah blah blah, like they are doing good work, but they're not all of them, they're not. Some are, but back then, that whole, I'm sorry, like it seems to me that if the richest church in the world, the Vatican there, and here they've got this history of where is like, wow. you know I think, history doesn't have to repeat itself if people don't turn a blind eye. But I don't know. It's hard to convince people that they're not just one person. What are they going to do? How can they help? Because when there's, a big genocide of 17 million, you know, you can't turn blind eyes. Blind eyes and silence, all that shit, that just does not, it doesn't, it kind of just gives the image that, but they don't speak enough to talk about it. They only care about their own peace and safety. Um, Everyone matters. And history will be, repeating itself if people think that it doesn't still, I mean, when you've got the Vatican is still the most powerful, most rich, you've still got the same culprits. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of as obvious as the chosen one community. You got the same culprits repeating the same behavior, and people are still petrified of them. I mean, come on now. Facts matter. Peace, love, and tacos. United we stand, divided we fall. Please thumbs up.